Thank you guys for watching the Animal One Guy YouTube videos. If you like this video, please leave a like and even comment below. And if you like all my content, please hit the subscribe button. And why not click the bell icon for notifications too? That way you can see all my videos. Give me the ball. What's up, guys? Here we go. 1,000 subscribers. Wow, we got here quickly, and I just want to say thank you to everyone. So this is going to be one of my 1,000 subscribers special. I can't thank you guys enough. I really try to mix my content up from just, hey, here's a feeding and here's this, to be different from almost all of the reptile people I see out there that just are showing feedings over and over, or bathing over and over, or cleaning enclosures over and over, to give you guys the tips, answer questions, show you common problems, and throw in some feedings, and throw in just chilling with reptiles and cleanings and all that. But I want to make sure I'm adding those questions and helping people, because a lot of times people get reptiles because they're cheap and they get in over their head. Which brings me to this video here that's been recommended. So I was told that this video has a lot of bad information, or maybe confusing information, or maybe it's the only video that's right about Savannah monitors. I've only watched the first 5 seconds to set the time level, so we're going to watch this together, and I'm going to be pausing it and going over stuff that I see. So here we go.
All right, it's a special edition of Shelter Sunday. We're here with Dr. Angela Maxwell from the Bunny Hutch. You maybe remember her back in Virginia Beach. She brought the big bunny last time. Well,
okay, so first of all, this is as far as I've ever gotten. But number one, the Bunny Hutch. So this lady's got doctor in her name, so you would assume she's working with reptiles. I'm assuming that's where her doctor is. The Bunny Hutch, though, and a big bunny, doesn't make me think reptiles. So do they have, and by the big bunny I can only assume Flemish giant, perhaps, but they also do reptiles? Let's find out.
now she has Blue the Savannah monitor with her here today.
Oh my lord. Okay. Yeah. What do you guys see? What do you guys see here? There's a problem here. This Savannah monitor is obese right away, and this is the first time I've seen this. Now this is a Savannah monitor, but it's definitely overweight, and I wonder why, actually, because being a zoo, oh, there's the Bunny Hutch right there, and they got a little rabbit back there, but being a zoo, why is this overweight? Maybe they rescued it and it was obese when they rescued it.
Hey, good morning, Dr. Maxwell.
Morning, dear.
Sorry, I'm a little skittish. I'm like, just don't let him jump or anything. I'm a little antsy.
Yeah, he's not gonna jump.
Tell us about Blue.
So Blue is African Savannah monitor.
Yep.
We also call them rock monitors. So they are legal.
Okay. If you guys don't know, this video is going to go very downhill.
To
Just
own,
based off of that statement.
But he requires very specialized care. Pretty much a
Legal to own. Okay, yeah, thank you. Specialized care.
room of his own, and
A whole room to his own? Well, that's just... Okay, so no, one, they don't require specialized care. They require pretty much your normal lizard care. When it comes to lizards, guys, your care really is different is size of the enclosure, because the size of the reptile, the amount of heat, most of the time particularly referring to the basking spot, because different lizards will bask at different spots, the amount of substrate, the type of substrate, the size of the water pan, if there is one at all. But those are all things that go inside the enclosure. They don't need a whole bedroom to their own, especially one Savannah monitor, who I'm not even 100% certain is a male by looking at it, although I'm sure that they've sexed him, because the head, because he's so obese, I can't really tell if he's got the longer head. And I haven't seen his tail yet, but maybe we can see by that.
and he's only 2 years old. So full grown, he'll reach about 5 feet. And
okay, God, that head right there looks so short, which which is typically the sign of a female, from the neckline over. Now, 2 years old, full size, yeah, that's good. Can reach 5 feet, yeah, that's true for Savannah monitors.
Eat approximately a chicken a day.
Oh, wow.
Oh, a chicken a day. Oh my God, no. A chicken? Now we know why he's obese. No, guys, do not feed a chicken a day. Savannah monitors are primarily insectivores. Now, you can feed them meat. You can feed them rodents. You can feed them raw meat. It has to be done very limited amounts. And I guess we can go into the reason why near the end. But let's keep watching. But you can add meat to your Savannah monitor's diet. You cannot feed it a chicken a day. It will get obese. It will get fatty liver disease, which this monitor is. I don't even know if it's still alive. Had or is getting, or maybe they drastically changed its diet.
So the animals like Blue, we really transfer to zoo education departments because we're really education foundation training young people to be zookeepers.
Oh God, so if you're training anyone, you're training people how to deal with Savannah monitors and maybe other reptiles, and this is the information you're giving the class, and then you're giving them some type of accreditation and certificate or degree, and you've just told them all the wrong information.
So not just anyone can take Blue home. Who would
Why?
be a
Why can not just anyone take Blue home? Savannah monitors are what I would consider some of the most entry-level reptiles, and probably the most entry-level monitor lizard you can get. Maybe Ackie monitors, but basically the only thing with them, again, is the size, so the size of the enclosure.
good home for what would be a good home
what's
for
a good
Blue?
home for?
So he's conditioned to feed only in a feeder tub. So he's
Okay.
really great for a home that's got a lot of large reptile experience.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't think Doctor understood the question particularly, because, okay, so Blue is conditioned to eat in a feeder tub, and that is something you guys can do with your reptiles if you don't want them to be cage aggressive towards you and you don't target train them or tong train them. You don't want them every time you open the cage to think it's time to eat. When you feed them in a tub, a feeder tub, you take your reptile out. You can do this with snakes too, and other reptiles and lizards and everything, and you put them in a tub, and then they get fed when they're in the tub. And then the reptile is going to associate in its mind that it's only time to eat when it's in the tub. But that's not standard for every reptile. And I think the anchor here, the hostess, was more asking about Savannah monitors in general, what type of home would be good. So Blue is conditioned to eat in a tub, but Simba, for me, is not conditioned to eat in a tub, but is conditioned to only eat off tongs. So I don't have to worry about my hand being bitten because he doesn't associate my hand with food. But he eats out of his enclosure.
But most people who have large reptile experience already have a Savannah monitor, a Chinese water dragon, not.
Wait a second, wrong again. So large reptile experience. Most people who have large reptile experience already have a Savannah monitor. I don't think that's necessarily true at all. I don't know why you would make that assumption. They definitely could have a Savannah monitor. They could have a Tegu. They could have a water monitor. I mean, I don't even know. I wouldn't even consider a Savannah monitor a large monitor. I'd put it in the medium class. A large monitor would be a rock monitor, like a blackthroat monitor, or an Asian water monitor. There's definitely things that I would put in the large category. And what I wouldn't put in the large category is a Chinese water dragon, which by far, putting it in the medium category would probably be too much of a stretch. I mean, we're talking a Chinese water dragon, full-size male, maybe 2 feet, and a lot of that is the tail. They're not going to be anywhere near the size of the Savannah monitor. And just talking in in weight too. A Savannah monitor, which can, stretch to 13, 14 healthy pounds on a full-size male, with good size, 4.5 to 5 feet. A Chinese water dragon's gonna be like 2 pounds. Ugh. So I don't know why she would put a Chinese water dragon in. Maybe she wanted to make it. Maybe she didn't know another large monitor. But okay.
Nile monitors, they already have them.
Nile monitor. Okay, yeah, Nile monitor. It's a huge monitor, right, lady?
Something like this was purchased at a pet expo in a little cup for like $40.
Okay.
On intake when he was only a couple of months old, he weighed
Okay.
He was 6 inches.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And
That's
they
most of the
grow
time you get 'em as
exponentially the
captive, right?
first year they're
Exponentially.
alive. And he's only 2.
So
So that is true. The first year, up to 2 years, but if you have them on a good diet, the first year they'll boom out. You guys have seen Simba. He's 4.5 feet now, and he's just over a year old.
he's 2. Is he expected to get any larger than this?
Yes.
So
Oh, yeah.
about how much bigger?
So he can reach up to 5 feet.
Wow. That's like my height.
So although they could reach up to 5 feet, they don't grow exponentially larger. In fact, 90% normally of their growth is in the first 2 years. It might stretch a little bit, but if he's at a good size and he's not really moving, he's not probably going to go.
There have been records of some of them weighing 100 pounds.
Wow.
What? 100 pounds? No. No, 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 no. There cannot be records of them weighing 100 pounds. They would explode. There's no way. Again, a 5-foot male. I'm going to have to look that up after. Oh, God, that's wrong again. What does she think? Does she think this is a Komodo dragon?
Yeah, it's about my height and weight.
Yeah.
About my height and weight. Yes. So, no. Wrong. And this guy looks, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 feet. If you added an extra foot on him, and you just gave him 85 more pounds of weight, it would be dead. Well, it would be dead way before it gets there, but that's wrong. Oh, God, just wrong, wrong, wrong.
So is there anything else that someone should know if they're interested in taking Blue home?
So something like Blue requires a large financial constraint. He's
Why? No, it doesn't. Maybe, I'd like to see her answer, but there's not a large financial constraint with especially a Savannah monitor, guys, because again, insects. So if you get $30 to start a dubia roach colony, you got your own unlimited food supply for this guy. Now, yes, if you're buying an enclosure to fit him, there's going to be some upfront costs. You're going to spend $800 to buy an enclosure that's a good size for him. Or you go and you pay some carpenter guy to build out of plywood an enclosure that will be better than any one you could buy because it will be thicker, it will be better insulated, it will be stronger.
carnivore. So
Carnivore.
the food to
Okay, wrong.
feed him has to be very varied, and he
Very varied. It has to be very varied. Okay.
predominantly
He's
eats.
getting a little skitty.
No, he wants down. He wants to go for walks.
Oh, not today, Blue.
That's probably a male, and
So he eats.
if you look at the thickness of the tail, where the tail meets the legs, this is a great sign that this monitor is obese, because typically over 2 inches is a good sign, because that's right near there. So just guys, so if you don't know, in terms of Savannah monitor and obesity, and this guy's definitely obese. I see the neck fat, the cankles, the base of the tail. Savannah monitors in captivity typically suffer from obesity because in the wild, Savannah monitors have these 2 basically fat sacs near the base of their tail, and they just store fat. And in the wild, for like at least half the year, they don't eat. And because they're creatures of, what's there, what they're available to get, they typically eat a bunch of food, they'll store in all that fat, and then they'll climb up into a tree and they'll just live off that fat. And in the wild, if you see them, they actually get pretty skinny and they look sickly once they start fasting, but then their body starts eating that fat from those fat sacs, and then they look pretty good. In captivity, we're feeding them all the time, so these guys don't ever get to eat the fat, essentially, that's storing in these fat sacs. So that's why you can definitely get obese Savannah monitors, because they're going to store this fat, and then you don't give them 6 months to a year. I mean, I've read studies where a Savannah monitor, well, not just multiple Savannah monitors haven't eaten for 2 years. That's incredible.
What
do you feed him other than a chicken
he eats
every
really,
day?
buddy? Thank you, I know. He eats rats, mice, chicken wings. He loves chicken wings.
I'm sorry. He eats rats, mice, and chicken wings. Yes, good, chicken wings. You could feed him rats and mice, very scarcely, and chicken wings. I'm assuming she means raw chicken wings. They're fried up, battered.
But he has been trained to do two-finger touch, and if the family had extensive experience and an entire room that they keep to 80 to 90 degrees.
Okay. Wrong. I'm not sure what she means by two-finger touch. I don't know if that means to calm down when she touches him with 2 fingers, or you're going to pick him up when you touch him with 2 fingers. She doesn't really elaborate. She's just said he's been trained to do two-finger touch. I guess she's assuming that everyone knows what that means. I don't know what it means. He doesn't need a whole room. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. They don't need a whole bedroom. They don't need a 24 by 24 foot room with a 10-foot ceiling. So that's just wrong. Wrong.
Okay. All right. So if you're able to give Blue the tender, loving care that he needs, just remember you can reach out to the Bunny Hutch in Virginia Beach for more information. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. And we're going to be at PetSmart today and kick off our animal food drive to help celebrate our induction into the American Zookeepers Association.
All right. Thank you. And remember, that's the Bunny Hutch in Virginia Beach, and we'll have more news and weather coming up after the break.
Okay, so I will say Blue is very tame, and he definitely gets handled. I look at his nails; they're trimmed nice and good, so it doesn't look like he's, scratching anyone up. He's doing the two-finger touch, but there is a massive problem to this, and I don't think this doctor is doing anything of ill will, actually. And I think I know why she's mistaken. Because the weighing up to 100 pounds, things just started clicking in. But it started from the very beginning. And I'm going to bring us to that.
Oh, she has Blue the Savannah monitor with her here today. Good morning, Dr. Maxwell.
Good morning, dear.
Sorry, I'm a little skittish.
And we'll see if you guys caught it.
Just don't let him jump or anything. I'm a little antsy. Okay.
He's a good boy.
Tell us about Blue.
So Blue is African Savannah monitor. We also call them rock monitors.
Right there's the problem. African Savannah monitor, we also call them rock monitors. That is wrong. So Savannah monitors and rock monitors used to be classified together. They no longer are. Your rock monitor is like your black throat monitor or your white throat monitor. They get much larger than a Savannah monitor. They eat almost a pure carnivore diet. They need a much larger space. A black throat monitor with the tail that is the largest monitor you can have as a pet, non-venomous. I believe actually the only monitor that's larger is the Komodo dragon. I may be wrong. So if she's grouping him though with your black throat monitor, which can get well over 6 feet in size, but still is not going to weigh 100 pounds. Your black throat monitor might weigh, I don't know, full size, 35, 40, 50-ish pounds in that region. Not 100. The 100-pound mark is more like a Komodo dragon, so I think she's a bit flustered here, and she's mixed in multiple types of monitors when talking about the Savannah monitor. Now, you can definitely tell that this Savannah monitor is probably being fed a black throat monitor diet because of how huge it is. This is very big. The monitor line that they should have when they're healthy guys, so most monitors, you'll see a monitor crease that goes down the side of their body, and you can kind of see it here from underneath where his lip stops and goes through, and then it kind of disappears in the fat, which is unfortunate. It doesn't look like he really has it. Also, though, he's being held, but the base of his tail is so thick with two C's, and that's where those fat glands are, and they're just filled with. Oh, I mean, look at it here. This guy's so obese. Also, even your adult Savannah monitor, when feeding him insects, doesn't need to be fed every day. You should feed an adult Savannah monitor that's at sexual maturity. So, yeah, probably at a year and a half to 2 years of age, when they've done the bulk of their growing, you'll feed them every other day or every 3 days a full meal. And you won't feed him until he stops eating. A good size is to weigh your monitor at that point and feed him 10 to 20% of his weight in weight of food, and then monitor his weight. Because also some are more active, some are less active. Uh, some bask more, some don't. So, there's a bunch of different things that you want to look at specifically for your monitor. But they can get obese so quickly because of that, because they're really made not to eat for a long portion of the year. But yeah, she was wrong. She was wrong. I mean, she was really almost wrong in completely everything other than saying that this is a Savannah monitor